Hello and welcome back to Tinker Talks Guns. Please excuse the inevitable shooting in the background because I am at Rain City Shooting Center. And I'm doing the video here because there is no way ever in any world they would let me walk out the door with this. This is the Coonan 357 Magnum Semi-Auto Bling Edition. We're going to talk about that. First, I'd like to shout out to my Patreons. Your contributions help more than you know because this almost always costs money. I also like to thank channel benefactors, including Rain City Shooting Center, who allowed me to fire this gun and provided ammunition for me to do so. So thank you very much to Ryan and the guys at Rain City Shooting Center. So in the 1980s, a couple of semi-automatic pistols came out that fired this cartridge. This is not 357 City, this is 357 Magnum, yes, the revolver cartridge. One of those was the Desert Eagle, which pretty much everyone's familiar with. The other was the Coonan, which is based on a 1911, more or less. And it even takes some 1911 parts. And it is a big, heavy gun, but it ain't nowhere near as big and heavy as the Desert Eagle. And you can see that great big-ass ejection port. Now, in operation, it's exactly like a 1911. And mechanically, it's very similar. It has a few differences, like the hanging trigger and things like that. The manual of arms is exactly the same as the 1911, as is disassembly, takedown, the sights, everything else, except the grips, the trigger, and a couple other little things like the magazines. Now, this looks like a giant 22 long rifle magazine, and there's a reason for that. The 57 Magnum is a rimmed cartridge, which means it can't feed from a magazine in the conventional fashion. So, despite being a full-length magazine, this only holds 7 rounds because you have to make allowances for the rims. And by the time you get this fully loaded, the bottom round is sticking in there like this. The slot in the side of the magazine is helpful, just like on a 22, because it's really nice to be able to pull this down in the slot by these little protrusions here to load rounds one at a time. And yeah, no, it's not you're not going to make a double stack version of this, not easily. So Coonan came out in the 80s, went in and out of business, and hell, I don't even know if they're in business today. I think they've been in business recently, and that's about the best I can tell. This is, however, the Bling edition. We don't know how many were made. We don't know exactly when they were made because we can't find any information about them. One thing we do know is it's bloody expensive. It comes with machined aluminum grips and chrome-plated controls. And the flat back strap is chrome-plated, as is the beaver tail grip safety. And it's, of course, purple Cerakote, and it is quite the thing. It is heavy. I don't know how heavy. I don't have a scale here. It is a little heavier, I would guess, than a government model 1911, or probably about the same as a 1911 with a monolithic slide and full-length dust cover. And takedown, everything is exactly like a 1911. And as you saw in the video, it works good. This has Novak non-adjustable sights, and Ryan tried to find a value for this, and he couldn't because he couldn't find that any others had ever been sold privately. So, we don't know. But I am told that this gun, if he were to sell it, would cost more than 90% of the cars I have owned in my life. It would, in fact, cost more than about half of them put together. That should give you a ballpark. The trigger is nice. It has a little bit of take-up, and it's light. As you just see, I did not expect that. So, trigger pull, maybe 3 pounds, no over travel. Reset is really good. It is short. And by short, I mean by 1911 standards. What is it like to shoot? Really, really good. Suffice to say, I needed a cigarette after I was done with the shooting session. Now, there is some jolt to it. It's .357 Magnum firing full powered ammo. But it comes back on target very fast. Double taps at 7 yards, stayed in the circle on the target. Good enough for me. When I slowed down and took my time, I didn't take a lot of my time, I was able to shoot a very small group at 10 yards, as you saw in the video. So I am sure the potential for accuracy was there. And if this was my gun and I had more time with it, I would find out what I could do at 25 yards. I'm going to bet it's really good. You don't see a lot of Coonans. You don't see any of the limited. And I've always wanted to shoot one of these. For the last 40 years, I've wanted to shoot one of these. Was it everything I expected? No. It was better. If I ever win the lottery, I'll be looking for a Bling Coonan because, damn, I like it. And it functioned perfectly with 2 different kinds of ammo, including Independence and a box of, I think it was Remington. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, this is a dream gun for me. And while I still can't afford to own one, I at least got to shoot one pretty much to my heart's content. So thank you very much to Ryan in Bling City. Damn. So, if you liked the video, please hit like. If you want to see more like this, subscribe. And comments also help. The likes, the subscribes, the comments, it all helps the channel, which helps me make more cool videos like this one. So, hope this finds you well. Stay safe. Take care. If anyone needs me, I'll be in my